Right.
We are all accused of it. Some call it angry driving, while others call it aggressive maneuvering. However, most people know it as road rage. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, road rage is defined as angry or aggressive behavior displayed by a driver who is upset by how another person is driving. The main displays of road rage that most of us, including me, are accused of are giving someone the finger, or in my case, yelling profanities at the top of our lungs, acting like they're going to listen and hear us. Road rage affects everyone the same and affects everyone who gets behind the wheel of a car. And people should learn to not be aggressive while driving and learn the alternatives to aggressive driving. Today I will talk about the factors associated with road rage and how to not be a bad driver, to not make anyone mad, and the alternatives to aggressive driving. There are three main causes of road rage: demographics, situational variables, and personalities. So younger drivers, and typically men, are at more risk for angry driving, mainly because younger drivers are more prone to dangerous driving, so they'll weave in and out of traffic quickly. They won't use turn signals, so they'll usually make people mad. In age categories between like 18 and 24, so when people first start to learn how to drive and they think they're invincible, men are 5 times more likely to drive aggressively, and actually women are 10 times more likely to drive aggressively, although they don't get mad at it. Also, according to Callahan and Crimmins in their 2003 publication, Reducing Road Rage, the role of target insight advertising for social change, in the past year, 35% of men have given someone the finger while driving, compared to 21% of women who have engaged in this behavior. And also 56% of men say they experience road rage on a daily basis, compared to 44% of women. So as you can see, men typically get angrier while driving, so they will tend to give people the finger. Also, men are more prone to violence, and out of 9,509 cases studied, 95% of males have displayed violence when driving. Now, situational variables or environmental variables. A lot of people know, construction, they get mad when they have to stop. Or accidents, or bad drivers who weave in and out of traffic. They don't use their turn signals, or they just go really slow. In the case of anonymity, it means when drivers are less visible to other drivers. So if you're in a convertible, most likely you won't be flipping someone off next to you or staring them down. But if you're in a closed-off car, let's say, if you have tinted windows or something, you'll roll it down a little bit. You'll start screaming at the top of your lungs, or you'll just start flipping someone off because they won't see you and they can't really say anything about it. Personalities. As Bruce Sharkin stated in his 2004 article, Road Rage Risk Factors, Assessment, and Intervention Strategies, individuals who have aggressive and hostile personalities tend to act in an aggressive way while driving. So if you're hostile in real life, most likely you will be hostile when you are driving. Also, if you're very stressed, a lot of the times you're prone to get stressed when driving, so you tend to freak out more and you will get mad at when someone does something that you don't think is cool. And also, they tend to interpret the actions of other drivers personally, so they tend to take it at heart. How to avoid aggressive driving. Many drivers commit the same offenses, so tailgating, cutting off, driving slowly in the left lane. So cutting off, use appropriate turn signals and give yourself enough room. I remember when I first got my permit, I was driving with my mom up to Glenbrook, and the exit on Goshen, this lady came down and did not know what she was doing and just went from one lane to the other and almost hit us, so I had to go into the left lane, and I started screaming my head off, and I cussed in front of my mom for the first time. Thank God I was driving, otherwise she would have smacked me. But as you can tell, cutting people off it makes everyone so upset. Next one is tailgating. Allow about 2 seconds space between you and another driver. I know that it doesn't sound like a lot, but people get really upset if you're like right on them. And if you're being followed too close, get into another lane so that the driver will pass. Don't just stay in there and expect them to slow down. And also driving slowly in the left lane. It's called the fast lane for a reason. You may be going the speed limit, but staying in that lane will make drivers mad. The left lane, it's supposed to be for passing, but a lot of people go 10 to 15 miles over the speed limit. So if you're going either the speed limit or lower, people get really mad, because I know I go about like 80 and 65, but if you have road rage, put yourself in their shoes. So if someone is swerving in and out of traffic, they might be a volunteer fireman trying to get somewhere, or even a doctor who's on call. They might be trying to get to the hospital. Also, time management is key. If you give yourself enough time to get somewhere, then you won't feel rushed to get there, so you won't be speeding, and that person who gets in front of you, you won't get upset. And also, this is big for people who have anger management. If you have a problem, go get some help. Or you can get Pete up here, the little squeeze guy, and the eyes will pop out, so if you get angry, just squeeze it, and it's used for stress. As stated in the 2013 AAA brochure titled Road Rage, How to Avoid Aggressive Driving, drivers who successfully reinvent their approach to the road report dramatic change in attitude and behavior. Effects of road rage, death, and violence. According to the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, 218 men, women, and children have been murdered, and 12,610 people injured. They can hurt innocent bystanders and may result in accidents. Like I said, 12,610 people have been injured, and motorists in all 50 states have been killed. In conclusion, road rage affects everyone the same if you're either the bad driver or the insane person. So please keep in mind you're not the only one on the road. Otherwise, you might hit that one car, the 4 bicyclists, the 6 elderly people, or those 10 crossing guards helping the little kids on their way to school.